All right, here it is. The one and only, the top of the heap, the cream of the crop, the piece of the... No, not really. No, it's Trtan time. Okay. June 22nd, 1918. A train engineer falls asleep and crashes into the rear of a stopped circus train, killing 86 circus personnel in Indiana. The engineer had slept little, if at all, in the preceding 24 hours. That, combined with several heavy meals and kidney pills, are thought to have caused him to fall asleep at the controls. He missed at least 2 automatic signals and warnings posted by a brakeman before plowing into the back of the 26-car circus train, which had made an emergency stop to check a hot box. The engineer and his firemen were criminally charged, but the jury found itself deadlocked and a mistrial was declared. Prosecutors declined to retry the case and charges were dropped. That happened right where I was born and raised, right in the same town in Hammond, Indiana.
Really?
And there is a plaque up to commemorate that.
Wow. So personnel injured and passed away, but no animals?
Yeah, there were several animals.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Happy birthday to Arthur Wynne, born June 2nd, 1871. British-born American puzzle maker, invented the crossword puzzle in 1913. Originally called word cross puzzle, but due to a typesetting error, it was called a crossword and the name stuck. Okay?
All right.
Frederick Douglass, June 23rd, 1888. He becomes the first African American to have his name put forward for a presidential nomination in a major party's roll call vote, receiving 1 vote from the Kentucky delegation at the Republican convention in Chicago, although they ultimately nominated Benjamin Harrison. Happy birthday to Bob Fosse.
Ooh,
Yes.
Fosse.
Robert Louis Fosse, born June 23rd, 1927, an American dancer, choreographer, director. He was the first director to win an Oscar for Cabaret in 1972, a Tony for Pajama Game, 1954, and an Emmy, Liza with a Z, in 1973. He also directed his autobiographical movie, All That Jazz, in 1979. All right. June 24, 1947, pilot Kenneth Arnold sights several unidentified flying objects flying in a V formation while flying near Mount Rainier in Washington State. Arnold claimed he saw a string of 9 shiny, unidentified flying objects flying past Mount Rainier. He said they moved from Mount Rainier to Mount Adams, a distance of about 50 miles in 1 minute and 42 seconds, which would equate to a speed of over 1,700 miles per hour. This sighting is credited with being the first of the modern era UFO sightings. Arnold's description of the objects as being shaped like saucers and their movement as being like saucers skipping on water led to the popular usage of the term flying saucer. That's the guy. Happy birthday to Sir Fred Hoyle, born June 24, 1915, British astronomer, mathematician, a proponent of the steady state theory, in which the universe has no definite beginning. In 1952, he coined the term Big Bang as a derogatory description of the alternate theory in which the universe was created 10 to 20 billion years ago when a single point expanded. So it was originally a derogatory term,
Yeah.
Big Bang. June 25th, 1876, General George Armstrong Custer and 268 of his men, including his 2 brothers, a nephew, and a brother-in-law, are killed in the Battle of the Little Bighorn against Sioux Indians led by Chief Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse during the Great Sioux War of 1876. Happy birthday to Pierre Peyo Culliford, born June 25th, 1928, Belgian cartoonist. He was the creator of the Smurfs in 1958. June 26, 1978, 8 women graduate from the United States Merchant Marine Academy. The Merchant Marine Academy is one of the 5 U.S. service academies, which also include the U.S. Military Academy, the U.S. Naval Academy, U.S. Air Force Academy, and the U.S. Coast Guard Academy.
Girl power.
There you are. Happy birthday to William Bill Powell Lear, born June 26th, 1902, American inventor, businessman, founder of Lear Jet Incorporated. He also developed the 8-track cartridge and was co-inventor of the first practical car radio. He originally created the 8-track for use in his jets, but the device caught on as an automotive accessory, first appearing in autos in 1965. And finally, and this is a big one, why can't you run through a campground?
Ask me one more time.
Why can't you run through a campground?
Because there's stakes in the
No.
tent?
You can only ran because it's past tense.
A campground. I don't get it.
You can only ran because it's past tense.
Oh my God.
Yeah!
You got turn back time and a true blonde moment. Right
No,
there.
that's all right. That's right. Those are meant to do that because
Past
when you
tense.
hear the answer, you go, oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's normal.
I can never get these
That's all
silly
right.
little riddles.
Well, you sure, silly little riddles. I can't even say it, let alone do
little
it.
riddles.
Silly little riddles. riddles.
Ruh-roh.
Silly little riddles. It's one thing if you're just asking someone, you know, your friends. It's another thing when you have a camera pointed at you and you're under the gun. Because the longer that I sit here and don't answer it,
the more dead air.
yeah, it's tough. It makes for nerves.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I do have to credit the word cross puzzle, which was now crossword puzzle,
Yes.
for keeping my Grandpa Conklin sharp. He did one every single morning.
Yeah.
He got the paper and he would work on that thing no matter how hard or easy it was. Some days he'd be like, piece of cake. Other days he'd be cursing up a storm because he couldn't get it.
My grandma did them. I knew a gentleman who did the New York Times crossword puzzle in ink.
Oh.
He was good.
So, I mean, ink, obviously you can't erase it. So once it's there,
That's it.
it's there.
So you have the word cross puzzle. I believe the butterfly was originally called the flutterby.
Yes, didn't we just learn that?
Is that what it was?
I think we did.
Okay.
Last week, was it?
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, hey, you learn something new every day on this show.
All right.
All right, that was a blast from the past, Tom. But the present day continues right here on Unscripted, and there's lots more coming up. Don't go anywhere.